Okay, so we've done this in the past. We're going to have a look over the last 6 games where we've done well, where we need to do better, and you know, the results have been a bit of a mixed bag, but we'll have a little look over them, starting with Stevenage at home. So we started the game quite brightly, first 10 minutes or so, some okay stuff. This was a decent enough move down the right hand side. You know, at home, want to get a bit of a tempo going, and as I say, we got in a couple of positions, and then after the first 10 minutes or so, we just seemed to fizzle out. And for one reason or another, we weren't good enough with the ball, we weren't good enough without the ball. And, you know, Stevenage got in a couple of times, and ultimately we were killed with the penalty decision. You know, again, was it, wasn't it? It looked like at the time. We conceded the pen, and overall, you know, 25 minutes gone, we probably deserved to be 1-0 down at this stage. We got to half-time, 1-0 down. Second half, I thought we were excellent. You know, we come out the traps, we played some good football, we created chances. This is a good one here, with Reece getting a shot off. He scored a couple of them already this season. And it just seems to be, you know, camped in there for long periods then. You know, we got tighter, little example there with Jordan. You know, we got on the front foot, we asked questions of the back line. And Richie Bennett, you know, we come on at half-time in this particular game, and he should have scored there. But we stayed on the front foot, we kept going after them, and as I say, they only looked like there was going to be one outcome, and that was us getting back on level terms. That was the case. This is the goal coming up now. You know, it bounces around a little bit, but Kev got on the end of it. That little bit of luck that I go on about, it was needed there, because it come off the defender, put it in the back of the net, 20 minutes to go. And as I say, we've got the momentum now, and it only looked like there was one winner. You can see the agency there from a throw-in. You know, put in Kev again on the front foot, driving at the back line, and has a shot well saved. And as I say, there was some real good movements, good opportunities. That was one that was, you know, that went out of play. But again, kept going, front foot, positive. That could have gone anywhere. We just needed to get that final touch. This could have easily been a penalty for me. You know, anywhere else on the pitch, I think it's a bit of a clumsy tackle by the defender. And then, yeah, it killed us right at the death, because, as I say, 8 minutes injury time went up, which was a little bit different. And again, you could sense the crowd were up, and it only looked like we were going to go on and get the winner. And then we were camped in their half, and then they had one breakaway, got a corner. We defended the first corner well. Second corner come in, we haven't defended that well enough. And ultimately, the goal goes in the back of the net, and we lose the game 2-1 in arguably a game that we should never have lost. But again, if you don't take your chances, certainly at 1-1, the opposition only needs one chance, and that's what they got on the day from the corner. They took it, and they went away 2-1 winners, which was a cruel blow for us and hard to take. But I thought we responded. You know, we went away to Northampton in the next game. You know, we had a good preparation, the travelling down the day before where we trained. You know, a couple of little changes. Big Verdane was back in. I think it was the first time Richie Sutton and Sam Lavelle played together at the back. But overall, it was a positive performance, and we took a point, so we'll have a look over Northampton. Had a few bits early on, you know, going into good areas. The goal was poor, you know, from any point of view, at any level of the game. You know, not to clear your lines, not get a block in. It was a pretty poor goal to concede, and you know, 20 minutes gone, we're 1-0 down away from home. Obviously, just come off the back of the Stevenage game, but we battled away, and as I say, some good passing movements, some good opportunities created. This was a good one on the counter attack. We just needed maybe to get this one if we could through to Verdane for a one-on-one with the keeper, with Millsy, but he made the decision to come back and send it to Tutty, and he tested the keeper. But as I say, we had a few bits in the first half. They had a few bits in the first half, and you know, it was quite an even game. And Northampton, you know, in the game before this, had beaten Carlisle, who were flying at the time, 3-0. So we knew that it was going to be a tough game for us, like any game at the level is. But we come out second half, and I thought we were excellent. I thought the desire shown, the football played, and we got into good areas. And again, this is the goal coming up. You know, it was a bit of a direct play, but the two lads link up from the front, and Big Kev gets in down the left off Tutty's pass, and then one of the forwards, Big Richie, closes the back stick off to make it 1-1 with his first goal for the club. And that was a really pleasing goal, because you know, it come from quite a lot of interactions with certain players, and we anticipated knockdowns, and it was a good ball for the goal, and as I say, from then on we got into good areas, we tested them. You know, Reece, from that opportunity there, fizzed it past the post. They've had a couple, remember that one well, where it hit the side net and the crowd on my side thought it gone in. Some good defending here to clear the lines. And as I say, we had a bit, they had a bit. It was quite even at stages, but we just seemed to be the one who was finishing strongly. And in this movement again here on the counter-attack, I thought it was great. And again, on another day, that little bit of luck that you need, the linesman could have easily said that was onside, and that could have been the difference with 18 minutes to go, as being 2-1 up and with the momentum. And it just shows what a difficult job the linesman have got, because it is very, very tight. You know, on another day you might have got it. On this particular day we didn't get it, so we've got to suck that up and take it on the chin. But we ended up drawing the game 1-1, and we responded quite well after the defeat at home against Stevenage, and there was some real positives in that game. Obviously after that we had the Oldham game, which was called off, which wasn't ideal. We'd trained all week, and then it got called off around 11 o'clock, half 11 on the Saturday morning, so we had a free week. We went to play Blackpool in the behind closed doors friendly, which was positive. We won the game 2-0. There was some good performances. All the first team members got involved, and it set us up for a decent week leading up into the Bury game at home. Obviously Bury were one of the form sides in the top three. You know, got good players, and it was a good opportunity for us to test ourselves against the one of the so-called bigger or better clubs in the division, and that's certainly what Bury are at the moment. The flying high, and it was a good opportunity for us back at home to pit our wits. So we'll have a look at Bury. Yes, we started well again. We come out the traps, got into some good areas. This is a good play down the right. You know, Piero's come in and been really positive down that right side, and he knows, you know, when to get the ball in, and he does it on a regular basis. It's one of the areas that we'd worked on him behind the left full-back, you know, with Bury playing a back three, or say left wing-back. And again, first 10 minutes, couple of opportunities, but really disappointing again with the goal that we conceded. You know, we let them open the pitch up, we don't get tight enough. And again, it was one of those goals that could have been avoided. We went through this after the game, you know, the following day or two after it, and where we can improve. And we sort of switch off. We don't sense danger. We leave Sam Ravel quite isolated. You know, got enough red shirts in there to get a block on, and you know, we're turning away. We're not getting tight enough. And Danny Mayer, if you let him open himself up on a strong right foot, he's more than capable of doing what he did there, and that's what they did. So disappointed. And then after that, we just had a mad spell. You know, we lost a couple of players, and you know, it was one of those stages in the game coming up to half time where all our confidence or our game management went to pot, and that was typified with the second goal, a killer right on half time, when poor old Oldie didn't see the man at the back and played the poor back pass, and they got in. And what they were on the day when they did create chances, they were clinical. They got the timing of the pass right and the finish right. But we come out second half, again, good areas on the front foot. We've had a few opportunities. They've gone down the other end, had a couple of opportunities. Again, down the right side, one of the areas that we'd spoke about before, and Piero gets it to Millsy and fizzes one in there, and the keeper just gets a little touch on it. And then obviously the third one's the killer one, takes the game away from us. But again, we studied this, and we went through with individuals and the team what we expect. But again, Mayer and O'Shea, credit where credit's due. You know, the way to pass there, the timing of it, the finish. But from our point of view, we can certainly do better with regards to track and runs, etc. But we responded well, and I thought this was a good bit of play by Richie Bennett. He puts his body in between man and ball, which you're taught, and yeah, it was quite a cheap penalty on the day. But if you put yourself in those positions, you know, you can get the knock that you need to buy yourself a penalty, and there was contact there. He's gone down, we've gotten the penalty. Obviously we've missed the penalty with Jordan, but thankfully for us we were following up, and Richie Bennett scored again for us with a good cool right foot finish. And nice to see the momentum now, you know, the ball out the net onto the kick-off spot, straight back at him, and same with that, Alex Kenyon, nice and bright, short cornered in. And they haven't got themselves set, and I think it's Maynard going up with Oldie for the header, and obviously only one winner there. And then, you know, we were on the front foot now, and we had opportunities. I think that was the last opportunity we had, because credit to Bury after that. Their game management was excellent, and you know, they went away and won the game. But again, two negatives on the day with the injuries there to Sam Lavelle and Andrew Tutt, which at a time in the first half I thought had an effect on us. So disappointing with regard to the result. I thought we had some okay performances, some good performances, and some that needed to come up a notch. It was one of them games that we spent a lot of time on the Monday, discussing and going over clips, where we can improve, you know, what went well for us. Don't always just look at the negatives, you've got to look at the positives as well. But we put it all together, and we had a positive week leading us to Port Vale away, which become a big game for us. Port Vale are in and around us in the table, and it was an opportunity for us to claw them back in. You know, if we lost the game, obviously it gives them more distance between themselves and us. But thankfully for us, we got the result on the day, and we'll have a look over Port Vale now. So again, I thought we started the game quite brightly. 4 minutes gone here, we got in down the left with Kev, and we had a couple of these opportunities where we're putting good balls into the box and a couple of set plays, which was pleasing. And you know, you're thinking that we're settled for the game. Away from home, we've been doing well away from home, we haven't lost many recently, and then I thought this was a cheap penalty again. I can see why it was given, but from the referee's point there, can he see it, can the linesman help him? It was a difficult one, but again, when you speak to your players, it might have been quite a cheap one against us. But thankfully for us, Tom Pope doesn't miss many of them, and he's an outstanding striker. But Big Mark pulled us out there because it was a great save by him. And then after that, it became the Mark Halstead show. You know, he did pull off some fabulous saves in the first half to keep the game at 0-0. You know, we had one or two bits, but they certainly got the momentum up again. New manager. You know, they picked up, you know, just before that, and that was one in the second half. I think that was the only save he had to make at the second half, but look at the timing of it, right on 89 minutes when we were leading 1-0. But thankfully for us, you know, we did have a few opportunities in the first half to give us the confidence, certainly going to the second half, because I thought second half we had a better side, and you know, there's some good stuff, and this was a fantastic ball. Again, that's what we're speaking about with weight of pass. Kevin Ellison's to Richie Bennett, a little bit of quality by Richie into Collins, Aaron Collins, who gets the winner for us, and I thought Aaron did really well when he come on. It seems to be one of them players, we know he's got pace, but he can run you out. You know, this is what we need. When you're under the cosh, you get people who are willing runners and can run at defenders and draw fouls. I think that one got the lad a booking on the day. But yeah, he's one of those players that can get you up the pitch quickly and relieve the pressure on the back line. So really pleased for Aaron in his performance off the bench. He obviously got the winner, but he didn't just contribute in the winner, he contributed in other areas as well. And I thought overall, you know, although they missed a pen and Mark got man of the match, you know, we certainly asked questions of him going the other way, and thankfully for us, we come just the right side of that fine dividing line that I keep going on about, and we got a great winner, because it was a great winner with regards to what we speak about. Alex Kenyon's header down to Kevin Ellison, how he got half turn, played a forward pass, the weight of pass, the time of the pass, and Richie Bennett's assist was really top drawer, and Aaron does what we want all the strikers to do and get in that danger area to finish it off to get us the 1-0 win. So really pleased with that result, which obviously gives us a shot in the arm with the week that we had coming, because we had Oldham away on the Tuesday. And again, new manager with Paul Scholes going in there. They've had a great win against Yeovil 4-1. They'd drawn to a 93rd minute equaliser against Crewe on the Saturday, so unbeaten. But as I say, we had that momentum, that confidence from the Port Vale win, and we went into this game, and again, I thought we started really brightly. You know, we had good opportunities. This is a good little bit of play here after a couple of minutes. And we were on the front foot, and you could see the confidence, that momentum that we'd taken from the game on the Saturday. And we got into good areas, and you know, this is a good bit of passing. We get it in there, and in the end, Piero fires one across, and again, what you want your midfielders to do is get on the end of things, and Jordan, playing in centre midfield there, gets himself right in the second 6-yard box, puts the ball in the back of the net, and suddenly we're 1-0 up. And from there, again, on the front foot, you know, positive half, you know, asking questions of the defence of Oldham. But at the other end, again, a team that have got a bit of confidence with a new manager, they had a few opportunities as well. So it was quite tight, it was quite end-to-end, it was quite eventful. Both teams having chances, but thankfully for us, we got the all-important one goal that took us into the break 1-0 up. You know, but could have easily, again, could have been different. Again, there's a good opportunity with Jordan there on the counter-attack to go and get his second. Second half was quite even Steven, and you know, as soon as we brought Aaron Collins on, straight away, you know, they've Baxter, who we watched the week before, got him between Alex and Oldie. You know, a difficult run to pick up from the number 10. He's a very good player at the level. Scored the week before from a similar area, and he was a key player for them, one that we did identify before the game that we need to watch. But you could see that the way they got the ball back, the momentum of the crowd were up, but we responded straight away. Piero's had a chance there, you know, right on the goalkeeper, and they've had another one at the other end to nick it. So both teams have had chances to nick the second all-important second goal, but I was really pleased with the lead up to our goal, because Piero does well coming in there, and a great bit of skill by Liam Mandeville. You can see the way he bobbles up on a difficult pitch. He gets his pass right, and Aaron bobbles it in over the defender in the 89th minute. So it was nice to be on the right end of a late goal for a change. And again, fantastic 3 points for us all, and you know, to back the win up against Vale with another one against Oldham was really good. And you know, I was really pleased with the crowd who travelled over against Vale, and even more so against Oldham on a Tuesday night for a rearranged fixture. I thought they made great noise and really got behind the players, and I was really pleased that we could repay them with the 89th minute winner from Aaron Collins. So then after the 2 wins, you know, we're on to top of the table, Lincoln at home. You know, big game, best side in the league. You know, very organised, very strong, physically strong, really good on set plays, and have some very good players in the ranks, and rightly so. They're one of the favourites for the division this year. But again, like Bury, an opportunity for our players to go and test themselves. We stayed with the same team that had won the 2 previous fixtures. Again, in hindsight, looking back, was it too much? Should we be freshen the team up, etc. But you pick teams for the right reasons, and that was the case on this day. But for one reason or another, I didn't think we got going. I thought we didn't really get tight enough to them. You know, Lincoln just they were, you know, not outstanding on the day, but really efficient in what they did. You know, they played good areas, good percentage balls. They've got key players who were playing well. They were quite solid and aggressive in their approach. And I thought we were a couple of % down in all areas on the particular day. And you know, ultimately we went 1-0 down to Andrade, who's in a rich vein of form. You know, again, a bit of sloppy play in the middle of the park. He gets in, it's his first chance, and he dispatched it in off the crossbar. You know, great finish by him. We find ourselves 1-0 down, which was disappointing. Can it be avoided? Certainly can be. But you know, second half I thought we upped it a little bit, and we were a little bit more like what we can be. But again, we had some good passing movements, got into good areas, but a little Achilles heel for us is just that final pass, just breaking down in the final third. You know, that is an area that we've got to improve on. But you know, we've had a couple of chances, they've had a couple of chances. I didn't think it was massively one-sided, but a little bit of luck from them there, because Luke Conlon does great to block the initial shot, but the ball falls kindly to Andrade. He's on the front foot, he's in the goals at the minute, and that's what happens when your confidence is flown. He's dispatched it into the back of the net. But again, kept plugging away. Another little example, you know, we had too many of them on the day where we just didn't get that final pass right. What we have done in the 2 games previous with regards to Vale and Oldham, you know, we did get that pass better more often than not. But again, credit to the lads, they kept going. They're an honest bunch. We have had a good week with regards to the 2 away wins, but we can play better than what we did against Lincoln. And also, we lost the game 2-0, a game that we probably deserved. Well, we did deserve to lose because they were better than us on the day. But we kept going, and as I say, we know we can do better than that, and we need a response now. Going away from home against Yeovil, you know, we've been okay on the road recently. We've had a week's rest. There's no midweek game. We've got a few players coming back from injury, so everyone's looking forward to the challenge. Obviously, Yeovil are in and around us. It's a big game for both clubs, but you know, we've got the as I say, bit of momentum. Well, I take the Lincoln game out of it, but certainly the last 2 away games, and even before that against Northampton. So we're doing okay on the road, and we need to go to Yeovil with that positive mindset to try and win the game, which will be fantastic for all concerned, and get us further up the table and away from that dreaded trapdoor. So that's what we're looking to do, and hopefully we can do that come Saturday.